South Australian native bees can pollinate more than half the crops grown in South Australia. Pollination by native bees improves the viability of both native and introduced plant species. Vegetables, fruit and seed have better yield, taste, appearance, shelf life and nutritional quality. Over 1,000 species of native bees are found in South Australia. They come in many shapes and sizes, ranging from a few millimetres to over 2 centimetres. Native bees are related to the introduced honeybee, but there are significant differences. South Australian native bees are solitary, which means they live alone in nests, not in hives. They are not aggressive as there is no hive to protect. They don't swarm and generally don't sting. Many have no sting at all. Solitary bees are safer in the garden and are not considered pests around humans. They climb all over and right into flowers. Most carry pollen loose on their bodies, making them excellent pollinators. Solitary bees do not store honey. Instead, they make a small amount, mix it with pollen to make a dough. The dough is placed in the nest with an egg and then they are sealed in. The larva will eat the dough when it hatches. It is easy to confuse native bees with other insects like flies, ants and wasps. Bees fly in a zigzag pattern in straight lines. Flies' movements are more circular. Ants, wasps and bees are closely related. Solitary bee activity is regulated by the sun. They can be seen when it's warm, sunny and calm. Some solitary bees are hollow dwellers. They live in stalks like bamboo or in the holes in trees made by grubs, as they don't make their own holes. The most common type of solitary bee is the ground dweller. The ground dwelling bee makes nests in firm, bare areas of undisturbed ground, often along fence lines and path edges. Their holes either go straight down or into the side of mounds or cliffs. There are many things we can do to provide an environment to attract and protect native bees. Avoid spraying pesticides during the hours when the bees are active. Grow both native and introduced flowering plants to provide nectar and pollen. Simple nest boxes can be made to encourage hollow nesting bees to your garden. Even in a small home garden, there is plenty of space for nests. A bee wall is harder and larger to construct, but if a mound of dirt is made at the back, it also provides a home for ground-dwelling bees. Solitary bees use the same holes generation after generation, year after year, if left undisturbed. As threats to introduced honeybees increase, native bees will become more important pollinators of native and introduced plants. Create an environment that attracts native bees and reap the reward.